Today we're going to be tying up a loch fly for trout and salmon called the Pearly palmer. Okay, so just add on my thread as always, and for the tail of the fly it's going to be golden pheasant dyed hot orange. This is golden pheasant tippet, obviously. So whenever you're doing a tippet, that's the way I prefer to do it myself anyway. I take all the fluff off to the sides, even a few fibres if needs be, and then take about, for this size fly, it's the size 8, probably about 8 or 10 fibres, and then just cut into those. Okay, and then I'm just going to hold those in my left hand. And because this is dyed as well, I don't need to worry too much about, some of the paler sides, whereas the natural, sometimes you can get it wrong completely. Okay, so I'm just going to tie that in just past the point of the hook and between the barb. Okay, cut off my excess and then just neaten that up a little bit. And as I go back down, I'm going to tie on my rib and I'm going to tie on my body material. So for the rib, I'm going to just use some silver wire. Okay, gives you a very secure hold. Then for the body, I'm going to use some Mirage. You could use pearl, directly pearl. It's entirely up to yourself. I do like the colour of Mirage over the black thread. Okay, so the body material goes to the top, the rib goes to the bottom. Okay, just neaten up again here. Now, before I start tying this in, I'm going to just use a little bit of super glue. I'm going to put that on a few inches as I put the thread back up the body, and that will help secure in that Mirage. Okay, so now we just touch and turns, and as you go along, I always like to stretch the Mirage. It hides all the little bumps, whereas some tinsels, if there's a bump or anything, it would slip, but if you stretch it, it's less likely to. Even more so with the super glue added on. Okay, and then just secure that in. A couple of turns. Trim off your excess. Okay, then I'm going to add in a hackle. So I'm going to use a black hackle, and this is going to be a main hackle and also a body palmered hackle. And it's important to use wax here. Okay, and I just tie that in a good couple of turns. Okay, and then what I want to do is, if you have hackle pliers, use them. I can't find mine, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do 2 turns at the head here, and then 3 or 4 turns down the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the rib can come up to meet it. Okay, so that crosses over. And then just do your rib, and I'll give you a very secure hold. Okay. And as always, whenever you're using wire, just hold a bit of tension on the bobbin and just twist the wire off. And then I would cut off the hackle tips. Okay. There's still quite a bit to this, so I'm going to add in a wee bit of wine material. And all it is a couple of strands of flesh. Just going to put that right in the center. Double it back, so then that's your 4 strands. This is like Mirage ripple flesh. Okay. And then I don't have any Don't have any guinea fowl, so what I'm going to use is I have some hen, so it's nice and soft, quite as soft as guinea fowl, and it's grizzly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you use a wee bit of super glue or a wee bit of wax. I'm going to tie this in, different from the way I would with a cock fibre. Tie it in and then just screw it in again. And that's us. Okay, and because it's soft, you don't need to really double it with a blunt side of your scissors. You can just double it as you go along. Okay. I think one more turn should do here. And just trim off your excess. Okay, and then just to finish it off, I have a few jungle cock eyes that I'm going to add on. These are just the smaller eyes that feathers they don't really get to use too often, so some might see it a bit wasteful, but for me, it's actually making the most of them because I'm not going to use them for my salmon flies. Make sure you're happy where they're sitting. Okay, and then always add on a wee bit of super glue. So those eye positions don't change. Okay, and just cut off your excess. A couple of more turns just to finish off the head, and then a whip finish. 2, 3, 4. And that's your Pearly Palmer, folks. I just cut off my excess. Hopefully you found it useful. As always, if you did, check out the other videos coming on the screen now. Until next time, thanks very much. All the best.